RAG gives AI knowledge, but Agentic RAG gives it planning, reasoning, tool use, and smarter decision-making across complex tasks. Now let's look at RAG gives knowledge, agents add action. RAG helps AI answer using external knowledge. It retrieves relevant documents before generating a response. But basic RAG usually follows a fixed path. It searches, retrieves, and answers. Agentic RAG makes this smarter. It adds planning, reasoning, tool use, verification, and workflow decisions. The result is AI that can handle more complex knowledge tasks. Now let's look at what you will learn. First, we will understand basic RAG. Then we will see why basic RAG has limits. Next, we will explain what Agentic RAG means. After that, we will break down the agentic workflow. Then we will explore business examples. Finally, we will cover risks, best practices, and common mistakes. Now let's look at what basic RAG does. RAG means Retrieval-Augmented Generation. It connects an AI model with external knowledge. The user asks a question. The system searches relevant documents. It sends useful context to the language model. The model generates an answer based on that context. This helps reduce unsupported or generic answers. Now let's look at why RAG became important. Large language models do not automatically know your private business data. They may not know your latest policies, contracts, reports, or procedures. RAG gives the AI access to trusted knowledge. It can answer from company documents instead of only general training data. This is useful for enterprise search, support, compliance, and knowledge management. RAG helps make AI more grounded. But grounding alone is not always enough. Now let's look at the limit of basic RAG. Basic RAG often works like a simple pipeline. Search the knowledge base. Retrieve the top results. Generate an answer. This works well for simple questions. But complex questions may need multiple searches, comparisons, tools, or checks. Basic RAG may retrieve the wrong context or stop too early. This is where agents can help. Now let's look at what Agentic RAG means. Agentic RAG combines RAG with AI agents. An AI agent can plan steps toward a goal. It can decide where to search. It can use tools. It can ask follow-up retrieval questions. It can compare sources and verify outputs. Agentic RAG makes retrieval more flexible and decision-aware. Now let's look at basic RAG versus Agentic RAG. Basic RAG usually follows one fixed retrieval path. Agentic RAG can choose the path. Basic RAG retrieves documents once. Agentic RAG may retrieve multiple times. Basic RAG answers from the first context it gets. Agentic RAG can check whether the context is enough. The main difference is control, planning, and adaptability. Now let's look at the Agentic RAG loop. Agentic RAG often follows a loop. Understand the user's goal. Plan what information is needed. Retrieve from one or more sources. Check whether the evidence is enough. Use tools if needed. Generate an answer or take the next workflow step. Then review or ask for human approval when needed. Now let's look at step 1, understand the goal. The agent first tries to understand the real task. A user may ask a broad business question. For example, why are invoice exceptions increasing? The agent must identify what information is needed. It may need invoice data, purchase orders, exception logs, vendor records, and policy documents. This is more than a simple keyword search. The first step is understanding the goal behind the question. Now let's look at step 2, plan the search. After understanding the goal, the agent creates a search plan. It may decide which sources to check first. It may search policies before data. It may search logs before contracts. It may split one complex question into smaller sub-questions. This planning makes retrieval more targeted. The AI is not just searching, it is deciding how to search. Now let's look at step 3, retrieve from multiple sources. Agentic RAG can retrieve from multiple knowledge sources. It may search documents, databases, tickets, emails, dashboards, or APIs. Different sources answer different parts of the question. A policy document may explain the rule. A database may show the numbers. A ticket log may show repeated issues. Combining sources creates a more complete answer. Now let's look at step 4, reason over the evidence. Retrieval alone is not enough. The agent must reason over the retrieved evidence. It may compare documents. It may detect contradictions. It may summarize patterns. It may identify missing information. It can decide whether another search is needed. This makes the answer more useful than a simple document summary. Now let's look at step 5, use tools when needed. Some questions need tools, not just documents. The agent may use a calculator. It may query a database. It may run a report. It may call an API. It may create a table or summary. Tool use helps Agentic RAG move from passive answering to active analysis. Now let's look at step 6, verify and ground the answer. Agentic RAG should check whether the answer is supported by evidence. It should identify the sources used. It should avoid guessing when evidence is weak. It should say when information is missing. It should separate facts from assumptions. This improves trust. Verification is one of the most important parts of smarter RAG. Now let's look at business example, customer support. In customer support, basic RAG can answer from help articles. Agentic RAG can do more. It can check customer history. It can retrieve product policy. It can check order status. It can suggest the next best response. If the issue is complex, it can escalate with a clear summary. This makes support faster and more useful. Now let's look at business example, finance and invoices. Finance teams often deal with invoice exceptions. Basic RAG can explain invoice policy. Agentic RAG can compare invoice, purchase order, contract, and exception history. It can identify likely reasons for mismatch. It can draft a resolution note. It can route the issue to the right approver. Human review remains important before financial action. Now let's look at business example, procurement and suppliers. Procurement teams work with contracts, suppliers, risks, and purchase requests. Agentic RAG can retrieve contract terms. It can compare supplier quotes. It can check policy rules. It can identify missing approvals. It can summarize supplier risk history. It can recommend the next action for the buyer. This turns knowledge search into guided procurement support. Now let's look at business example, HR Knowledge Assistant. HR teams answer many policy questions. Basic RAG can answer from employee handbooks. Agentic RAG can check the employee's location, role, policy version, and request type. It can retrieve the correct policy. It can draft a personalized explanation. It can flag sensitive cases for HR review. This improves accuracy and employee experience. Now let's look at business example, IT Helpdesk. IT Helpdesks handle repeated technical issues. Agentic RAG can search knowledge articles. It can check incident history. It can ask diagnostic questions. It can suggest troubleshooting steps. It can create or update a support ticket. It can escalate unresolved issues with context. This reduces repeated manual investigation. Now let's look at why Agentic RAG matters for AI agents. AI agents need reliable knowledge to act well. RAG gives them trusted context. Agentic behavior gives them planning and tool use. Together, they support complex tasks. The agent can decide what to retrieve, when to retrieve, and how to use it. This is useful for enterprise workflows. It helps move AI from simple Q&A to guided problem solving. Now let's look at common architecture pattern. A user sends a question or task. The agent interprets the goal. A planner decides retrieval and tool steps. Retrievers search knowledge sources. Tools access systems or calculations. The language model generates the answer. Guardrails and human review control risky actions. This architecture helps balance automation and trust. Now let's look at benefits of Agentic RAG. Agentic RAG can handle more complex questions. It can search multiple sources. It can adapt when the first answer is not enough. It can use tools for analysis. It can support workflow actions. It can improve business productivity. It can make AI more useful for real enterprise processes. Now let's look at risks and limitations. Agentic RAG is powerful, but not perfect. The agent may retrieve the wrong source. It may overplan or take unnecessary steps. It may misread business rules. Tool access can create security risks. Poor data quality can still produce poor answers. Strong controls are needed before using it in real workflows. Now let's look at best practices. Start with one clear use case. Use trusted and well-organized knowledge sources. Define what tools the agent can use. Add human approval for sensitive actions. Track source quality and answer accuracy. Measure business value, not only technical performance. Improve the workflow before scaling. Now let's look at common beginner mistakes. One mistake is thinking Agentic RAG means full automation. Another is connecting too many tools too early. Some teams ignore permissions and access control. Others do not evaluate retrieval quality. Some forget that agents need clear goals and boundaries. Agentic RAG should be designed carefully. Smart AI still needs smart governance. Now let's look at final content recap. RAG gives AI access to external knowledge. Basic RAG retrieves context and generates an answer. Agentic RAG adds planning, reasoning, tool use, and verification. It can search multiple sources and handle complex workflows. Business examples include support, finance, procurement, HR, and IT. The goal is not blind automation. The goal is smarter, grounded, human-controlled AI workflows. To wrap up, here is the key takeaway. You now have a structured overview of Agentic RAG explained, how AI agents make RAG smarter. Review the core ideas, connect them to examples, and revisit concepts like RAG gives knowledge, agents add action, what you will learn, what basic RAG does when practicing. Subscribe to Easy Machine Learning Guide if you want to learn AI through simple explanations and real industry examples.